G-Day, people. This is Sharpino here, and today we've got a lot to talk about. Now, just keep in mind that this is an update vlog for myself, but the primary topic of this video today is going to be talking about Nappy. So just a quick information about myself. My name is Chris Sharp. If you guys don't know, I am a Pokemon YouTuber. Been doing this for almost 5 years. And just a quick update about myself as far as my real life situation goes. Things are going good with me right now. Work's going good. Family's doing good. And my house is ready to move into. I've just got to save up to get the house ready to move into. So that's just a quick part of this video. So why am I making this video now? If you guys don't recall, about a year ago, I made a video, 2 videos actually, talking about this topic. And I'll leave a description down below so that if you guys don't know what this is about, you guys can go ahead and check it out. Basically, it's talking about Nappy being gone from the community, which I think we all were just like, thank God he's fucking out of here. Now, first off, I wanted to say a big thank you to Shady Penguin. I'm wearing a shirt only for this video. I wanted to wear the shirt to not to kiss his ass, but just to prove my point. Shady Penguin opened the doorway for this kind of information to be brought to light. There's been videos made from Shady Penguin, SacredFireNick and his podcast, NumbNexus, JayYTGamer, now known as Vantajay, all talking about Nappy. And considering that I made these videos, 2 videos last year talking about the Nappy situation, I felt that I should have a discussion about this. And before Nick tells me that I can't talk about it, Nick, this information is out on the internet. Anyone can talk about whatever's out in the open. So anyone can talk about the situation. I don't think you saying everyone should shut up about it is not an appropriate response. By the way, I'll leave a link in the description also down below for not only my videos, but their videos as well, so that you guys can check out their sides of this Nappy situation. So, what has opened this discussion? Well, a couple of weeks ago, Shady Penguin released this video called Information. And it was a really good video. It talked a lot about Nappy and his disappearance, what he was doing behind the scenes while he wasn't on the internet. And basically, he was just being a friend to Nappy. So if you guys don't know, quick job points of what Nappy has been accused of in the last year. He's been accused by people of being called a pedophile. He has been accused by his friends as being manipulative. He has been claimed that, allegedly claimed to be dating Callum when he was 21 and Callum was 16. Pressuring Game Boy Luke into a relationship, even though he's straight and Nappy's bisexual. And dating 16-year-old Gabe/Stormy Kingdraw, who was a person in his community. So these are all the allegations that has been put front in Nappy. When all of this got brought to light, especially the last part with Gabe, Nappy blocked all his social media and left the internet last year in April. And then come Christmas Eve last year in December, he starts a stream back playing Sword and Shield on Twitch. And everybody, including myself, lost our collective shit. Because he's been gone. Why would he come back? He had no reason to come back. Everyone doesn't like him. But the problem is that when he did come back on Twitch, his first Twitch stream back, he said at the start of his Twitch stream that he would discuss why he was gone for so long. And he did a couple hours stream playing Sword and Shield. And you know what? He never once talked about it. And he turned his chat into sub-prime only. Which means, unless you're subscribed to Nappy, you can't really talk in the chat. Which is pretty shady if you ask me. Like, because he knew people were going to be commenting and say, what the fuck are you doing here? So if you wanted to say that, it would cost you some money. Which, frankly, I don't think a lot of people would have done that. And you know what? Even if you did pay that money, as soon as you said something like that, he would have blocked you straight away. So it would have been a lost cause either way. So, Shady Penguin discusses in his information video that when all these allegations got brought to light, and the fact that Nappy didn't even talk about them or really defend himself, that he cut his ties with Nappy from a business standpoint. So at the time, they were doing a Sun and Moon randomized Soul Link, and they stopped that. That stopped like dead in its tracks. They had like a couple episodes up, and it stopped. But he cut ties with him from a business standpoint. He's like, I can't do this. Anyways, Shady being the person that he is, because he has been friends with Nappy for so long, he decided to just be... sorry about that. He decided to stand by him and just be a person to turn to talk to. And then a couple months later, we sadly lost Etika in that very sad mental health situation. And Shady really thought that Nappy was possibly going down the same path that Etika had gone. So he was just being a friend with him, staying in touch with him, saying, you know, how's things going? Just being a friend, which, look, me personally, I don't know if I could stomach doing that, considering what Nappy has been accused of. I don't know if I could do that, and I don't think you'd be a bad person if you didn't help someone in that situation. That's just my opinion. My situation is, yes, I don't want anything to happen to a human life. I would hate for someone to kill themselves. But with what Nappy has done and what Nappy has failed to realize, it's kind of hard for me to stand by someone that has that mental capacity. So anyway, so come about November last year, actually there's more to it. Let's get into this. So while off the internet, Nappy has gone ahead and tried to contact Shady to trademark Soul Link. So what does that mean? Well, to trademark something means that you become the legal owner of that word or that property of Soul Links. Why would Nappy want to do that? Because for every person that has done a Soul Link on YouTube, he can claim their videos because they have the word Soul Link, which he legally owns. So if 100 Pokemon YouTubers had Soul Links on their channels and was making money from ads and views, Nappy could claim those videos as his videos, and he would collect all the money that those videos would make through ads and through the views. That just comes off to me as someone who's very money greed hungry motherfucker. That's what it comes off as. This motherfucker wants to monopolize on people's content. For years, while he was on the internet, he had no problem with other people doing Soul Links. He didn't want to trademark it then, but only now that he's come back and he's in the position that he's in, now does he want to try to collect money off everyone else's work that has replicated his. I'm telling you, like, did you not watch the Fine Brothers when they tried to trademark the word React and do their own React world? It turned out badly for them. But the difference between the Fine Brothers and Nappy is, I don't think Nappy cares if he gets backlash. At this point, he knows he's a fucking loner. He knows that he's on his own. And he couldn't give a fuck if people hated on him. Because he keeps doing what he does. And, you know, looking at that, looking at the fact that he only allows subs to comment in his Twitch, and, mind you, I've had a look at one of his videos, just to see if he had changed, and he's really died down his mood, and ads on his videos are out the fucking asshole. Okay, now before, on a 30-minute video, he would have an ad every 10 minutes, which is fair enough. I mean, over a 30-minute video, an ad every 10 minutes is fine. His last video had 9 ads in it, in an over 30-minute video, just over 30 minutes. That's every 4 minutes. Okay, if we're going by 36 minutes, that's every 4 minutes there's an ad on his video. Holy fucking shit. You want to talk about trying to milk your fucking audience for money. Holy shit, Nappy. How far would you go to put 9 ads in a fucking video of a somewhat 30-minute video? Where do you come off trying to rip off and suck the life out of your fucking audience? Now, before someone says, oh, you could just get YouTube Red or ad blockers, that's not the point. Okay, a lot of people can say that, but your message comes across by how heavily you ad revenue your fucking videos. You have people who try to make the videos stretch to 10 minutes to get that ad revenue. But this guy manually places in ads every 4 to 5 minutes on his videos. That to me sounds like someone who is really, really, really desperate to make money. And whatever he was doing off the internet clearly wasn't working because he has returned. Whether we like it or not, he has returned. And the best part about this is he tried to get Shady to join in on this. And I know why. For two reasons. One, because he did credit with Shady, which is fair enough. And two, if Shady joined him in this, not only would Nappy be getting hate, but Shady would be getting hate for it as well. Because let's face it, you're trying to claim something that has been free to use all these years, and now all of a sudden you're saying, nah, I'm going to take your videos and I'm going to take all the money that you're making from it because it was my original idea. Well, and if that's the case, then I could turn around to people who have Let's Plays with Bean Boozled Beans and say, well, I created that idea because I did create that idea. I was the first Pokemon YouTuber to do a Let's Play that involved using the Bean Boozled Beans. Now, does that mean I own the idea? I don't think so, because Bean Boozled Beans as a property, I don't own that. And the fact that I incorporate it with, with Pokemon Let's Plays doesn't mean I own the idea. I mean, did I create the idea? Yes, but I'm not going to start going through YouTube and purging everyone who's used Bean Boozled Beans with Pokemon Let's Plays and say, well, that's my idea, you stole my idea, and I'm going to claim your views for it. It's a bullshit concept. But Nappy, after all these years of letting people do it, is now going to say, right, well, I'll let you do it, but now I'm going to take your money that you're going to make off those videos. Fuck you, Nappy. Fuck you from everyone in the Pokemon community. For more than one reason, but fuck you for that. Anyway, Shady decided not to go ahead with it because that wasn't his stick, which I applaud I applaud Shady for. So, other people have come out and talked about the situation. You've had people like NumbNexus, like I said, NumbNexus, Jay, Nick, they've discussed their sides of it. And they've all had pretty much similar stories talking about Nappy and the type of person that he is. That he's been manipulative, that he pressures people into doing what he wants, and he couldn't give a fuck if you're sick or unwell or have commitments. He will make you do what he wants you to do. Whether it came to prime time, when it came to the monetization, he pretty much pulled the strings on everything, and he would pressure people into doing what he wanted them to do. Now, from a business standpoint, I can kind of understand where Nappy's coming from, but the way he went about doing it was wrong. Ethically, or I should say morally wrong. I recall Jay talking about in his video how he felt unwell in one situation, and basically Nappy said, unless you're vomiting into a bucket or to a toilet, get your ass over here. And I mean, you could you could watch their videos and you can get that idea for yourself. Like, they all have bad experiences with Nappy. And, Nappy has this way of, if he's enemies with someone and you're his friend, you have to hate them as well. Apparently, Nexus was talking about how Game Boy Luke used to duck in and out of the groups, and Nappy would convince people that Luke hated them, even though from the original person they wouldn't check for themselves. But they take Nappy's word for it. So, I don't know. It's just a very bad situation for these guys. I feel bad for Nexus, Jay, Nick, and Shady, and everyone else, even Twit. People have been asking Twit to make a video, but apparently he's not ready to come out and talk about it, which I understand. I would say out of everyone, I mean, he was probably the closest to Nappy. They both lived in the same area. He used to come over his place a lot, and I think for them, I think that Twit would probably be the most affected because he was probably the closest out of everyone in the group. So to have someone this close to you and everyone talk about him in such a way that is so unbeknownst to him, he would be like, this is not the friend that I knew. This is not the guy that I hung out with all the time, who I used to come over to his house and play video games and all that. It's not the same guy, but the reality of it is like that. And going back to what I was talking about before with him not discussing his absence from the internet, I know why that he didn't do it. And I think I may have touched on this, but I'll go into detail about this more. He's not going to go into it because it looks bad to him for him to address it. because that basically acknowledges what people have been talking about with him. And if he does it on his channel, which, by the way, is fucking dying, and I don't mean to sound like a prick when I say this, but I fucking love it. Okay, the guy had just over 525,000 subscribers before the shit hit the fan, and now he's just sitting at over 450,000 subscribers at the time of this recording. So he's lost well over almost 80,000 subscribers, and rightfully so. You deserve those fucking losses, Nappy. You fucking deserve it. And you know why you're not going to talk about it on your channel, Nappy? Because you know that it would be bad for you on your platform to talk about it, because if people in your chat, in your group, in your audience don't know about what's going on, and you shine a light on it and discuss it, you're going to make it worse for you, because if people don't know about it, they'll then know about it, and then you have even more of a reason to have more subscribers lost. I mean, you've lost quite a bit right now. And I mean, I know this sounds callous to me to say this, but I fucking love that. I love the fact that you fucking lost all those subscribers. You deserve it. The fact that you haven't even fought these allegations shows volumes of how guilty you are of these things. Okay? You've had opportunities to discuss it. You've been back since December to talk about this, and yet you haven't. So that shows me how much you fucking care. Or how much you know how bad it would be to discuss it on your channel. I really think he should fuck off and not come back. You should have listened to Shady when he told you not to come back. Shady told you not to come back, Nappy, but you know what? You fucking did. Against what he thought was good advice, and the fact that he knew, talking to you, that you weren't going to get the help that you need. Nappy, you need help. You need help. Because if what you have done over this last year you think has not been a bad thing at all, then you clearly have problems. You clearly have problems. And I personally wish you would get the help, because you clearly need it. You know, doing this to your friends, doing this to your community, doing this to everyone, you've betrayed yourself. Because at one point I did look up to you, Nappy. I thought you were a genuine guy. I thought you were someone that I could, you know, when I feel like shit, I could watch your content and I could feel elated. I could feel happy watching your content. But I can't do that anymore, because now I know the man behind the Nappy facade. It's just a lot of bullshit. A lot of lies, a lot of manipulation, a lot of predatorial behavior. You know, it's just, no one in the Pokemon community really wants you. And the people that do lick your balls in your audience are either people who don't know about what you've done, people who just don't give a fuck. They just want you back. They just love your content. Or they do know what you've done and they want to look past it because they want your content. So either way, you know, you're doing a lot worse. Like, you've been doing this for almost 6 years now, and who would have thought after 5 years it would all come crumbling down for you, Nappy, the way it has. And like I said, I loved watching Nappy, guys. I want you guys to understand, those who hate on this video, okay, I'm not doing this to take a shot and get clout from Nappy. Nappy's clout ain't worth shit. If you haven't realized, his clout has been fucking significantly worthless in this last year. So people saying that I'm only doing this to get clout can suck a dick, okay? Because I don't need his fucking clout. His clout is not worth having. And before people saying, well, why are you making a video on him? Because I talked about this a year ago. And I'm only just touching base on it to see if after 1 year's time, has Nappy changed? And the answer, sadly, is no. He hasn't acknowledged what he's done. He keeps doing what he's doing. I look at his videos now, just to see how far down the ladder he's gone. He used to have roughly 20, 30,000 views. Now he's got about, 10 to 15,000 views. That's a big fucking drop from someone that had over 500,000 subscribers. And has gone down below that now. It's almost at 450,000 subscribers. What else can I say, guys? I wish Nappy the best, because I would hate for something bad to happen to him. I don't want him to take his own life. I would hate for something to hurt before anyone. I don't want anyone being hurt or anything like that. But Nappy, you have to talk about this. You have to. And people say, no, he doesn't. Yeah, he does. Because the more he ignores it, the worse it looks for everyone around him that does know all these things. Every single PokeTuber knows what Nappy has done. Why do you think he has not done any collaborations? Why do you think his thumbnails look dog shit? Because no one will do his thumbnails for him. You look at his thumbnails when he did Pikachu Let's Go. You look at all of his his Penta Ops and all that. Look how good those thumbnails are. Look at them now. They are total dog shit. They are stockpile images from from Bulbapedia and just some text with a screenshot from his gameplay. It's like fucking, you know, dog shit thumbnails that you have when you first started Let's Play or when you first started on YouTube. The quality of his content has gone down dramatically, and it shows. It looks almost like he's doing this just to get the views. Which, I mean, as a YouTuber, you do want to get views, fair enough, but he's not the same person he was a year ago in his content. To me, it looks like he's lost his soul as a person on the platform. And what I mean by that, he's not the energetic person he used to be. He's not the engaging person he used to be. You know, he's not the same person that he was. And this clearly has affected him. My issue with him is he hasn't addressed it. He still hasn't addressed it. Even after a year, he still hasn't addressed it. And a lot of the people on the internet have been waiting for him to do that. Because if he can acknowledge what he's done, even just to apologize for what he's done, address Callum, address Game Boy Luke, address Gabe, and tell them, guys, I am sorry. Say sorry to Shady for what you put him through. Say sorry to Nexus and Jay and Nick and Twit and all your friends. Say sorry to them. They deserve it. They've been with you this whole time, you know, and they just want to hear you say you're sorry. If you can acknowledge that, then people might think maybe you might change. But until then, people think that you're in denial of what's happened. And you're not going to get anywhere in life, Nappy. You're not. Some friendly advice from me to you. You need to come to terms with what you've done, and you need to face the music of what you've done. You need to face the facts of what you've done and talk about it. Will you probably talk about it? Probably not. Will he probably strike my video and claim as bullying harassment? Maybe. Because this would, it's not bullying harassment on his half. I'm a channel under 1,000 subscribers. I ain't a fucking candle to his fucking light, mate. His light shines brighter than mine. But I hope one day I can shine brighter and show a positive light on the community. Because it made us all look bad when someone on that level does something like that. And what does that say about all the people that do that sort of thing and they get away with it? Like, what does it say? That if you leave for a couple of months, you can come back and people will welcome you back? You know, you could be accused of doing all these things and you don't even defend yourself. Then you come back and be like, yeah, guys, I'm back, whatever. And not address why you were gone. So it's a big load of shit, in my opinion, Nappy, that you would do that. So that would be all for the video. I don't even care if I get likes or dislikes. I honestly don't care. I just wish that Nappy would get the help that he so desperately needs. Nappy, all of your friends want you to get help. Shady wants you to get help. Nick wants you to get help. I personally want you to get help. Because to show this higher level of denial that you have, or to not even discuss it, even though you said you were going to discuss it, doesn't make you look any better. And I hope one day that you do decide to get the help. I know last year I said, fuck you. But I'm only saying fuck you this time because of the trademark shit. But Nappy, and honestly, I hope you do have a happy life, whatever it is you decide to do. I'm obviously disappointed in the person that you are not who I thought you were. And I think a lot of us feel the same way. And guys, just in this time, just try to be a positive influence. Don't be a negative influence, you know? And just try to be the best that you can be. If you can do that, I'm sure that everything around you will become better. So guys, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.